Hello there, yarn lovers, it's Gary and I'm coming to you from my happy place, the Yarn Corner here on the west coast of Canada. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Today it is a hot one. It is Wednesday, July the 17th, 2024. How are you all doing? I hope you're well. And in parts of the world where you have some more moderate temperatures, here it is climbing up and it has been in around 28 to 34 degree days. I've been wanting to record over the course of the week because I haven't been here for about 9 days, and it's because it's so stifling hot. So I've been wanting to get out of the house. But here I am. I have missed you all and I thought it's about time. If you're happening across this channel for the very first time, I've set this channel up to talk about all of my yarny adventures that's in knitting and crocheting. And I talk about my acquisitions, where I purchase my tools or my crafts from, and yarn. So if that is of interest, please stick around. And for those returning, I want to say welcome back. Great to have read your comments in the last couple of videos. One, I have to make an apology to a pattern that I had crocheted to, and it was by Herr Wolle. It was to a crocheted stuffy. Now that's a amigurumi style animal, and this was my version here. So this is Albert, the pattern, and he is actually a bear. So I thought he was a cat. But on the pattern, when I reread it, because it's a German creator, and the pattern was originally in German and then translated into English, there was no mention for me, what I could see when I was reading through it, perhaps there is in a small fine print, that this was a bear. But I thought it was a cat. And all the way through it, when I was looking at Albert, my Albert is actually called Roy, for Roy G. Bibb, because he's my pride bear. I thought he was a cat, and I always thought he looks more like a bear. Anyway, so I do apologize, because in my previous videos I was mentioning my amigurumi make here. Roy was a cat, but he's actually a bear. And the way that I found that out was I had created this pattern 3 times, like this one and then 2 other friends I made of Roy. And then I sent those 2 friends over to some viewers of the channel, who one of them happened to be living in Germany and the other one living in Switzerland. So they both are German speaking or German reading. And when they explored the pattern, they discovered that it was a bear, and they corrected me. So I want to say thank you to my viewer and the recipient of Roy's siblings, because they have names now and new homes. So the one that went to Switzerland was given the name Bonbon, and the other one that went to Germany is Max. So Max and Bonbon, my Roy is giving you a little bit of a wave. So yeah, just wanted to point that out and apologize again to the creator, Herr Wolle, for the pattern mistake that I made thinking it was a cat, but it's actually a bear. What I normally talk about next is what my Hank is wearing. Hank is my man form here, and he's wearing a knitted jumper pullover that I finished up, I'm going to say maybe 3.5 years ago. And it's to a pattern that I got out of this book here. It's the Noro Knits. The designer of all of these patterns in here is Jane Ellison, and it's the Fitzgerald. So it's this one here. I did not use Noro for this make. This one was the Cascade Tangier yarn, and it's no longer in circulation, or they're not manufacturing it anymore, but it is a combination, I believe, of cotton and silk. So it does have nubbly bits through it. It's held up not bad. I thought to show this because it's had several washes. The thing I've noticed about this particular yarn here, which is no longer on the market, but it doesn't hold its shape very long. So once you wash it and pin it down to dry in the shape that you intend it to be in, once you wear it, it does give a lot. So the shape kind of like moves around after it's worn. So yeah, I will leave all the patterns, the descriptions of what I talk about down below in the description box, along with any YouTubers that I may mention along the way, as well as tutorials. They'll be down there, so do go down there and check if you are interested in finding out a little bit more about what is discussed in this episode. Okay, so the first thing that I want to cover is a very special project that is near and dear to me, because it is a finished object that I made for the Mood Board Mail Summer 24 issue that I am hosting currently. It started June 15th, 2024, and will go until August 15th, 2024. So if you are interested in joining along, there's still time. There's just under 4 weeks to go, and I'll leave the introduction video of all the guidelines that you'll need to participate in the description box below, and me talking about my make, because it's finished. I can take you through the guidelines a little bit closer so that you can get an understanding of what's needed. And if you are willing to participate, you've got to get your entries into me to my email address. It's urbanyarn101@gmail.com by the 15th of August 2024, and then I will do a slideshow of everyone's makes. So yeah, let's talk about my finished object. So I'm really excited about this, and a few other people have already submitted their makes. I'm really impressed, and I love everyone's ideas behind their mood boards. This particular mood board theme is architect to emotion, and it is picking things in architectural detail that evoke an emotion and spur on your inspiration to your make. And that's choosing your pattern, or maybe you want to freeform a pattern yourself, and choosing colors as well to go with that mood board. So let me show you from the beginning, where I will show you the mood board that I created, and then I'll talk about the yarn that I used and the pattern that I chose, and show you the wonderful finish at the end. So I'll move to the side here, and maybe Editing Gary will be able to see me doing this, and he'll throw up that mood board that I created. So here we go. The mood board is showing here mosaic tiles, all positioned in these wonderful pattern and arranged in color, excitement, and over time being weathered. So it's got a sense of order but chaos at the same time. And I really enjoy going when I'm traveling to the places where they have similar things like this. All those wonderful patterns, all those great motifs that are inside of the mosaics really excite me. So I've chosen the words stimulation, excitement, and adventure for my mood board. So now that's gone, hopefully. And I had to go ahead and pick a pattern from my selection of, I think I probably have like over 100 patterns on my shelf right now, and tutorials that I've got in my notebook to do. More than a lifetime of patterns to keep me busy, that's for sure. So I got one of my patterns that I've been eager to do for a very long time, and it's called the Night Shift pattern. It's a knitted shawl by the designer Christopher Salas, and I really thought that this was a great call card for my mood board, because these little windows reminded me of the mosaics, and how the banding of those borders are thicker and thinner reminded me of an architectural framing or border of a ground tile or something that you might see up in a ceiling. So yeah, it is a paid for pattern, and it uses 2 colors. I know that my mood board offered up so many wonderful colors to choose from, but I did choose 2 of the colors in the end to stick true to the pattern. And I'll show you what I chose, what I have left. I used quite a number of meters, and one of them is almost depleted. So here's my first color. It's a light one. This is from Murray Co. Wool Goods. I'll just show you the label here. That's it there, Murray Co. & Co. Wool Goods. It's a classic sock base, 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon. And the color that you're seeing here is not now Arctic Puffin. So it's slightly speckled and it has this icy blue tonal effect on it. I absolutely enjoyed this color and I'm glad that I have enough left because I have another shawl pattern that I want to trim the edge in lace work with this color. So love, love, love that. The second color, the contrast that I used, I only have like around 5 grams, maybe not even 5 grams. It could be about 3 grams left. This little ball here. And I was playing a bit of yarn chicken. I was nervous towards the end, but I managed to stay within it and I won. It's from Miss Babs and the color of this is called Aquarius. Now this base is a quite spectacular base. It has 70% superwash merino, 20% cashmere and 10% nylon. It was a dream to work with. This came to me via a good friend of the channel. Her name's Reese. Hi Reese. So thank you so much for this. It was a delight to work with. Now this Miss Babs color came in a kit with different colors as well. So the kit was called Carolyn and I believe there were 4 hanks in this kit. So I did want to use this one with the Arctic Puffin. The knitting needles that I used were these Chargu stainless steel, and these are the 3.75 millimeters. The pattern calls for a US 5, so I don't know what that is in millimeters, but I use the 3.75. I am a loose knitter, and these needles came to me via another friend of the channel called Donna. So thank you, Donna, for these. These are the 5-inch tips. I do have my own personal Chargus interchangeable set with the 4-inch needle tips, but I really like the 5-inch. I got more real estate for holding the needles in the hand size that I have, so they were very helpful, and I did use a very long cord in that too. So that's the yarn, that's the pattern. Now let's look at the make. I am not going to be able to wear it because it is quite warm, but here it is here. I'll start at the beginning where I began the knit, and I really enjoyed it. It wasn't boring at any point at all. So I had little rests along the way where I could just do my garter. This spine in the middle was an interesting kind of decrease that I loved, kept my interest, and the edging was also interesting because I had to do some increases along the way. But it did give me a nice gradual slow build in the shape, and I thought it was a kite shape, but in actual fact it is a triangle, but it's an asymmetrical triangle. So, and I continued on, changed my window around where the pattern told me to in the contrasting, so I switched my contrast, so then I got lighter frames on a darker background, and it polished off really nicely in the blocking. As I was knitting it, I have to say that the edging was a little warped, but I think that's because with the tension of the slip stitches running over several rows, there was some pulling, and with the blocking, this blocked out very, very nice. Because it was all natural fibers, there was a tendency for this to dry very straight. I'm not sure whether a full acrylic would do such a good blocking on this one. So if you are looking at doing this pattern, perhaps maybe look at your animal fibers. So the blocking was a very helpful one for this pattern. Yeah, so I've got a little bit of clips to show, and it's a montage of the start to the finish of this. And then what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll drape this one over Hank so that you can see how it's worn. Okay, so what did you think? Putting that all together reminded me of all the stages and what an exciting and fun project that was. I've just draped it around here on Hank right now. I probably wouldn't fashion it this way or wear it with the Fitzgerald, but I would put it with a summer shirt or a t-shirt, something that would be light and airy, or a jean jacket if the weather got a little cooler, and this would be my pop of color. So I do get the sense of those exciting little tiles. So I thought that the mood board and the pattern were just a perfect match. So yeah, I'm going to move along, shift gears, and talk about whip that I've been working on for the last 10 days since the video dropped last time when I did an update. And this is a pattern that I've spoken about before, but I am up to new tiles and I've switched my colors. So I just wanted to showcase it for documentation of where I'm at with it. And if I found any exciting details on a new yarn, or, you know, I love a certain color. So I'll have to say that, yes, I did get an exciting new color that I picked out and I was very happy to use. But it is to the crocheted pattern from Sandra Paul called the Nature's Walk. Now, the Nature's Walk has two parts to the pattern. One is the free pattern, which is 6 motifs or 6 square designs that you can download for free. And the other pattern for it is an additional bonus bundle, and it's a paid for pattern, and you get an additional 6 motifs to add to the blanket if you wish. So I've paid for the bonus and I'm using all 12. Actually, I'm not using one of them. So I'm doing 11 squares for my blanket and I'm making it bigger. So I'm fitting it to a queen size and I'm aiming to get around 180 squares. So each of these patterns that I need to do around 16 to 17 times to make up the square quotas. Last time I did my update, I was on this square here. It's part of the free pattern and it's called the North Star. And I was using this color here, which is from the Premier Basic DK collection. And it is in a colorway called Orchid. I really like this color. And I have since finished that whole ball with a little bit remaining. There we go. So how many did I get? So I got the 2 from the last episode, maybe 2 or 3 I did from the last episode, but there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I got my 8 from that one ball. And I really like the North Star. It's one of the complicated ones to follow, but the nice thing about the pattern is that it comes in a written form. So if you want to go row by row, you just read it out, or you can choose to use the chart, which I like to do now because I've done these several times because I did the blanket a year ago and I really enjoyed it so much that I picked it up again and this is my second one. So yeah, it is done in rounds. So you are always working it face up and the wrong side of it is looking like that. So all of it is away from you. It's facing you always and you work in the rounds. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. And because I needed to get 16, 17 of these, I went and purchased more from Premier and I got the same color again, Orchid, to do my next 8 with that one. So yeah, I'll show you the Premier order in another video, but I also got some new to me yarn from that order that I want to talk to you about. So this one is going into the blanket. Then I did one extra one here in this one, which is the Rise Willow Yarn Rise, and it's in the colorway Charcoal. I absolutely love, I've mentioned it to you many times before if you've watched videos, the way that this color is coming out of the ball. Sometimes it's lighter, sometimes it's darker, but it's a gradual change. So I'm getting tiles or squares from this make in darker charcoal or a lighter charcoal. So I really like that I can play around with what shades of this color works best against other colors that will be in the blanket. So yeah, I did one of those in the North Star. And then I moved on to the next one. So that was my North Star chart. And the next one that I did, because I finished the North Star, is called Berries. So this is the Berries chart, and it's also in the free part of the pattern. And I used the yarn from Stylecraft Special Double Knit in the colorway called Tomato, and I have a little bit left. That's all I have left of the Tomato. And I have gotten myself a few of them done. So I love this color. This was the color that really excited me when I was using it. And the yarn in the Stylecraft yarn is probably one of my favorite economic DK weight yarns out there on the market. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got 7 in Tomato. That's them there. And because I didn't have Tomato, a second ball of Tomato, I had to go ahead and pick a color that would be close enough to use that looked a little bit tomato based, although I think this one looks a little bit orange. So I got this one, which is Pumpkin, and I purchased it from the same order that I purchased the second ball of Orchid, and this one is the Pumpkin colorway, and that's the Tomato there. So you can see a little difference, but it's close enough. And I got myself, I'm still working on the ball here. I'm 2/3 the way through, so I probably will get another maybe 3 out of here if I'm lucky. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's my 5 in Pumpkin. And I'm using a 3.5mm crochet hook. So it's creating a little pile there, and I've yet to complete the rest of that ball there. I also have another Pumpkin full ball because I bought 2 of these in my order from Premier, and if I need to, I can crack into that one to do maybe 1 or 2 extras. If not, I'll probably do a couple of charcoal ones as well from my Willow Rise. Yeah, that's exciting. Yay! The next thing that I want to talk to you about is super fun. It is Happy Mail that arrived about a month ago. So here it is here. And it came to me via a good friend in Illinois, and her name is Rose. She has a channel here called Rose Likes Crochet. So Rose texted me that she was at a Hobby Lobby store and that the orange stickers were being put on to all of these yarn collections for the Hobby Lobby sale. Now that's knocking back, I don't know, something like 65% off of the ticketed price or even more. And she wanted to know whether I wanted to, she could collect some yarn for me and make a purchase for me and ship it to me. So I was like, absolutely, yes. So it arrived. And so Rose has sent me a card, and that's the wonderful card there, beautiful mandala. And it has a message that goes around, look on the bright side, find your peace, make today count, you got this. Look on the bright side, find your peace, make today count, and it goes around and around and around. It's really a positive affirmation card, and I love it, so thank you. And a message here that says, she had so much fun getting the yarn, so thank you again. And I think it was a good selection of yarn because she's mentioned here that there wasn't too much of a selection. So I was happy with what is in the box. Also thrown in here was a little notions pouch called Notions with a G, with a gnome. I guess it's a silent G. Silent G. Let's take a look at the yarn, shall we? Now, Rose refused to take payment for this, so I did pay for the box to be sent to me, but this has come via like the generous purchase of this yarn that Rose had made. So thank you, Rose. It does mean a lot to me, and you didn't have to do it. So this is one of the yarns that I got. It's quite a heavy yarn. It's called Yarn Bee Soft Stitch. That's it there. And there's that orange tag that everyone loves seeing when they go shopping there. It was $1.24 on sale. That was a sale price. And it original price was $4.99, $5. So yeah, really nice black yarn. I wanted some basic black, and it's very, very soft. Rating on this one, I'm feeling it's probably for an acrylic and easy to care yarn. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 for softness. It does have a little bit of fuzz on it. The colorway is black. Let me tell you a bit more about it. So it's 100% acrylic. And in here I'm getting 142 grams, offering up 210 yards or 192 meters. They're suggesting you to use a 5mm set of knitting needles or a 5.5mm crochet hook. The care instructions, it's a 4-weight yarn, and here they've got a tub here with a temperature of 30 degrees Celsius, so that must be, you can wash this, and a tumble dryer that has a dot in it, so that must be delicate dry, or a not such a hot dry, but like medium temperature dry. Oh, I love it, I love it. I've got 2 of those. I'll just put them down here and carry on, shall we? And the rest are all the same. So I'll just read you the specs of one and then just show you the different colors that I got. So I got 2 balls of it in this color. Now this is the Yarn Bee Alpaca Twist. That's the band there. And as you can see, it's very, very fuzzy. It's got a long halo, and the twist on this one is a little looser, so you can actually see the individual ply loosely wound around. So I'm getting a ropey type texture with it, and I absolutely love the color that I just pulled out now. This color is called Tobacco. Absolutely love it. Softness of this one, a little bit woolly, a little bit fuzzy, so I'm getting that slight prickle. So I'm going to give this one maybe a 2.75 to 3 out of 5. So somewhere just above average. And because it's really hot in the room, maybe my skin is extra sensitive right now. So let's talk about what I'm seeing here on the ball band. It is 100 grams, offering up 175 yards or 160 meters. They're suggesting here knitting needle size of 5.5 millimeters or 6.5 millimeter crochet hook. And the care instructions, again, it's a 4-weight, they're classifying it, and it has the 30 degrees Celsius in the tub, and it has a lay flat to dry symbol. It's 90% acrylic and 10% alpaca. So that gives it the title, the Alpaca Twist, because it's the 10% alpaca. So yeah, I like this color a lot. I'm thinking more in the winter months, that's for sure. I won't be touching this for a long time because it's really hot right now. And, oh, did I get another one of that? Oh, I might have got 3. Yeah, I did get 3 of those. My apologies. I got 3 tobaccos. This one here, another green that I see, several greens in here. And this one is telling me it's called Sage. I'll hold them all up together so you get a sense of all the colors when I'm done showing you the colors. Oh, I didn't tell you that this was on discount as well with the orange sticker for $1.24, and originally again $4.99. So this color here that I'm holding is the color Charcoal. Goes with everything. Grey's a nice color. And here's the other green. That's the green here. I think this one's called Kale. Yes, Kale. K-A-L-E, like the vegetable, leafy green vegetable. And this one here is called Open Waters. So yeah, really nice. I like that. Thank you so much. They're all the same. They're all the alpaca twist apart from the black one. So I'll hold one of each color. And I'm thinking about a color work that I could use all of these in together. Already they look like they're matching nicely. There we go. There's one of each that I've got. I can see myself making a sweater, and I think I have enough to make probably two type sweaters, but I do like making sweater vests. So this might be a sweater vest with pattern work, color pattern work. I love them. They're so cool. Thank you so much, Rose. And then of course, the black. Now I'm noticing one thing about the alpaca twist is that it does shed. So on my black, I'm seeing a lot of that halo that's come off on the black. So maybe that will glean after a wash, and maybe it may peel. I'm not too sure. But like with the Fitzgerald, I will make something with it and then fit it onto Hank after a number of washes and wears, and then we can talk about it again down the road, a year or two from now, see how it holds up. So again, thank you so much, Rose, for that. And I will just pack this away and get the next one. Okay, so the next thing that I want to show you is Happy Mail that arrived to me all the way from the UK. And I had this probably for about 5 days. And it's from Lisa. Now, Lisa has a YouTube channel called Ladybird Loves. Hi, Lisa. And this is a card that says, or a postcard that says, "Thank you, my heart is still smiling." Now, I won't read the sentiment that is written on the back of the postcard, but I did do something for Lisa back, I don't know, maybe, I'm going to say maybe 6 months ago. And this is just a thank you for participating in something that she had. So thank you so much for that, Lisa. I do appreciate that. The next thing I have is a card that I just need to show you, because this card apparently was in someone's, the gifter had held this card for over 20 years and then finally found the right person, which happened to be me, to gift it to. So here it is here. It's perfect. It has a little set of knitting needles there, which is 3D. It's been stuck on the card, and a little swatch with a pattern in the background. It's a knitted pattern, and then tape measure and a little tote. Absolutely love it. So I just wanted to show you the card because it touched me very deeply when my co-worker was moving on from our team into a new team, and she wanted to give something to each and every one of us. I absolutely love this card, and I said I would show it on the channel. So put that back. The next thing that I have here is a card from Stacy. I hope I can say your name on camera. I didn't get permission, but I'm sure it's fine. So this card came all the way from the United States, and uh-oh, it's kind of stuck in here. What's happened? So here it is here. I won't read you the card inscription inside, but I love that card. It's right up my alley. Those wonderful rich colors as well. Yeah, that's beauty. That's a beauty. It's kind of my color palette for sure. With more green, I guess. I would love to see more of that green in there, but love the colors. So Stacy was shopping on one of her trips that she made here to Canada, and she ventured into a place that I know well and got a coupon. So she sent me the coupon to shop there when I'm next. So I want to say thank you so much for that. That's really, really kind. I don't get to that shop very often because it is a little bit of a trip away from where I am. But when I do go there, I always love looking at what they have. I spend like almost an hour in that store. So the next one that I have has come to me in a box, and I've got the box of goodies there. But maybe I should wait for this one because there are some things that I want to talk about in that box as well. So what I'll do is I'll hold off on that one, and we will talk about the one in the next video because I don't want this to go too long, and there's so many wonderful things in that box that I've got to show. So yeah, what's coming up in the channel that I've got still for you to share is the premiere order that I made, New to Me Yarns. I've got a secret make that I'm making right now, and I can showcase that in a little bit. Then there are a couple of make-alongs that I'm joining, like challenges from Hobby that's come down the pipeline, and that will be happening in August, and I'm really excited about that. It's early August, and then it goes all the way into September. So I have been thinking and racking my brain on things that I want to do for that one, and I think I've settled on something, so I'm really excited about that. And I think I'm looking around and I don't have anything else to share. So I'm going to stop because I'm sort of sweating here. And it's probably not looking very comfortable for you guys to watch me. Just being all kind of like grimy and feeling icky. So I'm going to get going. And I wish you all the best in your week. I'll see you soon. I'm not sure when I'm going to come back, maybe in a couple of days when the weather's cooler, definitely. And I'll catch up with you then. Bye for now.